Man, over the past couple weeks, going on, a month now, the NBA has been crazy from people being out, for COVID reasons. We seeing a lot of returns from like, older players that, we thought we would never see. The Mario Chalmers of the world, the Greg Monroes. So because of COVID and it's opening up a lot of opportunities for like different players, and it's good to see some like old players back in the league and back getting a opportunity, but of course, as you've seen from the title of the video, this has nothing to do with with the video. But I just wanted to bring that up because it's been a crazy ride. So, but something I wanted to bring up, the Chicago Bulls, my favorite team. If you've been around the channel long enough, you know that I'm a Bulls fan. But I wanted to bring up the question. And honestly, I think is kind of an important one, but that question being, seeing that the Bulls have been playing just extraordinary basketball all year. Currently, we I think 22-10. And is making me wonder, like is this Bulls team, is making me wonder, is this Bulls team ready to compete? Is this Bulls team a championship contender? And when I mean championship contender, so like I said, currently the Bulls are, I think, 22-10. Like I don't know, like what more can you say about this team that's already been said from the likes of the player Zach LaVine, from the play of DeMar DeRozan, and Vooch is finally starting to find his stride. It's just like what more can you say about this team that hasn't been said already? But as we get close to that trade deadline, something that's going to be interesting to keep an eye on. Because like I said, because this team is to me one piece away from being a legit championship contender, and it makes me wonder, when they get close and this is close to the trade deadline, it makes me wonder, will the Chicago Bulls pull that trigger? And that trigger being a particular piece we have on this team, in the form of Patrick Williams. Will the Bulls be willing to part from Patrick Williams? If a trade come up, say I don't know, from the Pistons, offering Jeremy Grant. Like, will the Chicago Bulls pull that trigger to get Jeremy Grant on this team? And honestly, obviously, that if a trade like that is to work, the Pistons are going to ask for Patrick Williams. So that's why in my head it had me thinking, like, would Arturas be bold enough to do a move like that? Like, it's funny. I'm glad I'm not in the seat to make a decision like on that. But it makes you wonder, like, what do we get to the trade deadline and the way the landscape of the league is looking like, like the Bucks, I don't know, like, some news come out, knock on wood, once your player get hurt, but like, Giannis have to miss some time, or like, with the whole Kyrie thing, I think he can only play like road games or something like that, so, it makes you wonder, like, it makes you wonder and think, like, how close is this team from really being a championship contender? And like I said, I just think we're a piece away. And it makes you think too, like, okay, so if we want piece away, and us as Bulls fans, we kind of feel like we know what that piece is. There's Jeremy Grant. I'm pretty sure there's other guys out there that, I wouldn't mind having, like, Harrison Barnes on this team, but I'm already knowing for any of those type players, teams, those two teams, per se, are going to ask for Patrick Williams, and they're gonna, of course they're gonna put our feet to the fire to see if we are we willing to go that route to get, you know, a Jeremy Grant like a Harrison Barnes. And for me, I can't. It's hard for me to read the mindset of Arteta now because, you know, it's like with them, I always say one thing when they come out to do a whole nother other thing that I didn't even see or wasn't even thinking. So maybe this is me talking about nothing, and they probably get a whole nother other player that we not even thinking of that probably could be like a even better fit for this team. But so far, I just been having my eyes set on Jeremy Grant or Harrison Barnes, you know. But it makes me wonder when it comes to it, like, is the Bulls gonna be willing to pull that trigger? Now, me personally, my own opinion, I wouldn't. But see, that's why I don't get paid the big bucks to make decisions like that. And I'm glad I can just sit back and be a fan. But me personally, I wouldn't pull that trigger just because, man, like I'm big on young talent, and then I understand with sometimes with fans, we always fall in love with these young players, and this is any sport. Whether it be baseball or basketball, we always fall in the trap of falling in love with prospects or players or whatever, and being too emotionally attached, you know, to them. You know, I understand that, you know, and I understand that, you know, if there's a move out there that can like put you over the top, and it's at the cost of, like, you know, your young prospects or players, you do it. I understand that, but for this one, like, I don't know, man. I just feel like maybe as other moves out there, or probably even players that's on this roster now that probably can like fill that void that we haven't seen come to, you know, for fruition yet. Like maybe you know, a Tyler Cook proves that he can like slide into that force. So, you know, I'm just throwing out crazy stuff, or like, you know, Alfonso McKinney or some guys like that can, like, you know, fill in that spot and do it, you know, collectively, to where, like, you know, maybe you don't have to get a Jeremy Grant, or like, you know, like, or pay the cost of like a Jeremy Grant. But, you know, with those type things, it remains to be seen, because, you know, Alfonso's in protocols, and Tyler Cook is still trying to like find his own with this team. But you know, it makes you wonder. But like I said, I don't know if I'm ready to pull the trigger on Patrick Williams, because you don't know what you have in him. Like, we don't know. You know, to me, he only played one season, and to me that season was so crazy and weird that, you know, he's still, you know, so, you know, still too early to tell for sure, you know, what you have in this guy. Because, like, you know, his potential is limitless, man, and then too, like, who knows, like, maybe he can, like, you know, calm back sooner than we all thought. I think I saw something that he was already practicing without his cast or something like that. So I don't know. You know, I don't. Me personally, I don't think it's time to give up on a young talent like Patrick Williams. You know, now I understand now, you know, unless it's some type of home run deal where it's like, okay, this is just obvious, like, but, you know, maybe that is Jeremy Grant here sometimes. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I think I want to hold on to Patrick, because for me, like, it's still a void and it's still a hole that's just like that. It's almost like the unknown. Like, you don't really know what you have in this guy yet, because, you know, he hasn't proven yet, or, you know, with the injury, he hasn't had a chance to prove it. So I don't know. That's just me. Like, if you're a Bulls fan, leave in the comments. Like, are you willing to give up Patrick Williams, you know, to get a Jeremy Grant or Harrison Barnes? Leave in the comments. Like leave your opinions on the situation. But that's just my opinion. Yeah, man, that's it for me. Like, you know, leave a like on the video, leave a like, comment, leave in the comment, you know, if you feel that you might be willing to, you know, give up Patrick Williams. And yeah, man, and subscribe to the channel. But other than that, that's pretty much it for me. We are.